Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Today we're gonna go over how to draw Spawn. Spawn! Spawn is the character that got me into comics, and he was absolutely my favorite character in when I was younger. And he was a top-selling comic, I think, for 5 years or so. Really, really great character. There was a movie that was pretty lame, but I liked it at the time. I liked it enough. I go back and I watch it, and it's nostalgic, but it's not a good movie. So I'm gonna start with if you know his design, it's pretty simple. Although the pattern is kind of weird. I'm going to start with a circle, just like an oval, sorry. Oval, because he pretty much is already an oval. He's got that Spider-Man outline. I'm going to draw a center line. I always slightly bow my center line. I think it's because I'm drawing from my wrist at this point, even though sometimes it's good to draw from your arm, but I'm drawing from my wrist right now. And so I guess it makes that slightly curved thing naturally, but I just think it looks a little more natural naturally. I'm going to go to the hairline, where the hairline would be, meaning where the head turns in space. And then I'm going to divide that into thirds, but I don't really know why. I mean, he doesn't really... I guess he has a mouth, but I'm going to draw him with his mask on. And I'm going to draw his neck. I know his build tends to go back and forth. Usually he's just a fit dude. So, I'm going to start drawing into this. And, let's see. I'm going to make his eyes about here. Get that angry look. So, the one thing I'm going to start with his eyeball. His eye. His eye, he's got that angry look. It's a little bit bigger than your average one, but it's not like Spider-Man big, you know what I'm saying? It's a little more angular too. It's a little more of a sharp triangle than your normal angry eye. I really hope they make another movie of this guy. They kept talking about another movie. I was really hoping for that, but they never did, which is too bad. Alright. Kind of the brow over here. Side of the cheek. Give him kind of a flat chin area. Jaw, lower jaw, kind of mandible area. It goes up. Go back over here. I'm actually just taking care of the contour first. If you can't tell. Most of the contour, I guess. I'll get the outer stuff done, then I'll go into the design of his head. You remember that, the skull part. A lot of people, and a very, very common mistake is people will forget to draw, the mass of the skull. They'll make the skull too small. And I mean the ball area, not just the mandible here. I mean that kind of bulge you have in the back of your head. 'Cause the skull is there. Don't make it too big either to compensate, but just remember that it's there. Giving him a little bit bigger traps. Sternocleidomastoid down here, just kind of indicating it. Alright, so I got the general shape of him. Drawn with a pencil, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. Doesn't matter what kind of pencil. I'm using a blue pencil. That doesn't matter at all. I just happen to have it. This is the first thing I picked up. So let's go into the design. He's got a very unique design. It's kind of like, Deadpool has that circle and Spider-Man has that whole, webbing. His, I believe, and I don't know, I might be wrong, but I thought it's trying to look like a bat, I believe, or something like that. Somebody please correct me on that. Let me know. What is his shape? I just know it looks a lot like a bat. To me, anyway. You got this little hook shape on top, like their wings. Pull all the way down. You can draw a cheekbone if you want. Some people like doing that. I usually don't, but because he's still got a cheekbone in there. He doesn't have much of a nose shape underneath, although it wouldn't matter if he did or didn't. I still think it would look the same. I mean, as you know, if you know this character, his face is just totally burnt off underneath, so. Alright, we got one side. Now the hard part would be to match it on the other side, and he's slightly turning his head. Remember to keep that in mind as well. Let's try to, how much of that would show, you gotta think about that. Probably not a lot. It's like a sliver over there. Alright, now the bottom portion. What I like to do sometimes is find the rhythms, like let's say there's like from bone to bone, you know what I mean? Like if this is angled this way, how would I find, instead of trying to measure it out, that angle right there of his design, I would just throw like a rounded shape in there to kind of give me the same, like, gives you a similar curve. Not really sure how else to explain that, but if you want to Google like drawing and then rhythms of the face, it'll explain it more in depth, and that's something that I use quite a bit. It's usually like made so that stuff doesn't look crooked or weird or things like that. But we're human, right? There's gonna be crooked stuff. Let me sharpen this real quick. Alright. And I'm gonna draw some detail around the eyes, because sometimes he has that. Because this portion is white, the rest of it is black, so you will be able to see stuff in the white portion. I used to love this character as a kid, man. Love Spawn. I wish I could get back into him. I haven't read the comics in years. I don't know where it is right now. I don't know if Todd McFarlane really takes care of this character anymore very well. Or at all, right? I know he's too dang rich. Let me look at this with the camera. Alright, I'm going to do something. I'm going to shade him in, so... I've been doing that lately a lot in the tutorials, if you noticed. So I know what I'm looking at. This part of his character, he's totally black. This one I'm going to do it kind of sloppy, though, so you're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to do it quick. Just so I have an impression. You're going to have to forgive me. This is going to be sloppy. It's all going to be one directional, too. I'm not even really going to think about it. It just helps me kind of correctly look at what I'm looking at. If you guys have any questions, please ask them below. I'd love to hear questions that you have, what things you want to know how to draw, or what I'm not explaining correctly enough, or I need to spend more time on. Let me know. Please let me know. I'm rarely here. This is really just something I do in my spare time, and I would love to get better at it, It's only recently I've been trying to commit more time to doing it. But I appreciate feedback, and feedback does help me a lot. Also, if you did like this video, please share it. Sharing it would be the equivalent of giving me money. I swear to you. That is so, if you did like this video, if you share it, that's amazing to me. That is beautiful to me. So anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you watching. Check out the Facebook page. Post your drawings there, and I have an Instagram that I actually haven't talked about yet. So if you Instagram OmegaMan20, then you'll find me on there. That is my regular art account. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.